finally get some time to practice. I mean, coming off that game in Dallas, what was the group's focus in this one today?
I think it was, you probably saw it in the ice, just continuing to spend less time in our own end and working on our battles. And, I think obviously against Dallas, we played a good game for the majority of it, probably deserved a better fate. You make one mistake and, they make a nice play and the puck's in the back of your net. But, we can learn from that and continue to get better.
How are you feeling personally? It's a 5 minutes. You're right up there with the top of the league.
Yeah, I mean, I don't PK much. On second unit power play right now, so my minutes are obviously going to be 5-on-5. So not a big surprise for me.
I know that tonight you are going to Langley Event Center for the Giants. Can you talk a little bit about your experience in the WHL and what you learned from that?
Yeah, I was fortunate to have a really good experience in the Western Hockey League. Played for a great team and organization in the Giants, and led by Ron Toigo. So a lot of great memories from winning the Memorial Cup as a 15-year-old to having some very winning seasons. I think my last year in the league we lost maybe 8 games all year. So a lot of fun, and it's great to be back going to the Giants game tonight.
Do you feel like a legend? Legend's night?
I mean, I think my resume there speaks for itself. Yeah.
You guys get some practice time today. What did the focus what did you want to see from the guys in this one, I guess?
Well, they had a great effort. They were working on some things, and they were into it. They're upbeat, so it was good practice. We got to take care of some things.
Is Phil under the weather today?
Yeah, he is. Yesterday, we were told he didn't feel well, that he would miss practice today. But I mean, I see him playing tomorrow. But yeah.
Tom Willander has played his most consistent defense partner this year has been Elias Pettersson. What do you like about seeing success from these young guys? What's the thing that's like best for you right now, seeing these young guys have some success as a pairing?
Yeah, well, he's done well. I mean, Willie's got good feet and good hands, and he's not uncomfortable going back for pucks, and either is the size of Pettersson. He seems comfortable as well. Sometimes on East-West things, you have to pick up what's going on with you, and that's just being young, and they're getting better and better at it. So I feel like Willie's been progressing nicely.
What do you think those two about like the mix of strengths that they bring to the ice?
Yeah, well, I've been very happy in that Willie he's not afraid to go to corners, and I wasn't sure what we would get with that, being that young. So playing in traffic doesn't bother him, and that's a really good sign moving forward. And the same with Junior. He's a big man, and he's still young. You think of his presence and strength now. You just wait until 3 more years. What he'll be doing out there, be throwing some guys around pretty good. So they got a bright future.
Are you good? I'm good. Lankinen's kind of been forced into some heavy minutes again. What have you thought of his play?
Good. I mean, he's a pro. He wants one of them back last game, but he's been there for us. He saw it last year. He saw it this year, and he just keeps going. He's a true pro.
Adam, you're 22 games into your first season as an NHL head coach, now a quarter of the way through. Yeah. Obviously, you've been around the league a lot as a player and as an assistant, but is there anything you reflect on now that you're sort of at this fake quarter-way milestone that you've sort of learned about the job that's maybe surprised you or that stands out to you as you reflect on it?
I haven't even done that yet, so that's a question I don't even know if I can answer. Just going every day, moving forward. When you deal with what's on your plate that moment, I mean, things can change quick in 24 hours. And, it's no secret, we've had 10 guys out, and we just keep pushing and believing in our process. And it's been, there's been a lot of promising things through the times that have been, it's just the way you see it. It's 10 injuries, and we're talking about stats. And, I just keep our guys and check where we're at as a group and what we believe in ourselves and how much we're going to keep building, and then when we get these guys back, where we'll be.
You mentioned there too the sort of promising things you're seeing. If you were to highlight sort of the main reasons that you're seeing in your team's game? Not results, but just in terms of how the form is coming along that you take heart in. What would you sort of spotlight?
Well, we've got results. I mean, our defensive zone hasn't changed in the last 3 years. We're working on it. When you lose that many guys up the middle at once, it's just logic that numbers are going to go down. I mean, I don't know how they can't until you get these guys up to speed and they get used to playing those reps. I mean, right? That's logic to everybody. Like, it's logic to me. To really, unfortunately in our world, we don't talk about the good. We just don't, because it doesn't really sell. We talk about, you guys go back, what'd you ask me when I got the job, right? You guys got to go back and think about it. But now we got a lot of good. You look at this last 7-game segment, our numbers in the offensive zone, off rush, off forecheck, it's off goal scored, off chances for. It's 4, 5, 1. Second chances 1, rush, 1 or 2. So that's what we're thinking about as players. Now, how do we clean up the defensive numbers? Get young guys up to speed, defending. If we're undersized, how do we defend? Gap up, ice faster, so we can have close with numbers, so we don't come back. So we're working on that, right? But, I mean, the resilience is another one that really makes me feel good about the group, where if we're down in a game quick, we're not really getting off. You saw in Florida, maybe it happened a little bit, but you're playing against a team, and we were up 2-0, and then, it happens fast, and some of those goals maybe shouldn't have went in. I don't know, but you're playing heavy minutes, heavy teams, and it gets away. But it wasn't as bad. Like we got that thing back, the 5-5, right? It was good. So I just there's some really good numbers, and now that defending hard, working on it, we're going to keep getting better at that with this young group.
Vander's had lots of ice time, lots of shots. Production probably isn't quite where he wants it. Is there anything you'd like to see him maybe do a little bit differently to bring about a bit more production?
Well, he's just got to keep rolling. I mean, what's going to get him more production is his tracking back. Tracking, stripping pucks, coming back through the neutral zone hard. That'll allow RD to have really good gaps. And, not just him, but our whole team, when we track back hard, you saw Robertson strip us. Great players, strip guys. They start their track from the goal line in the offensive zone to the top of circles. That's the first zone. Then to the middle of the blue line in red. Then to the next blue line. Then to the slot in the defensive zone. It's a complete hard track. And then you have numbers, and you go back on offense quicker. So I would say that's just not Evander, but like a lot of guys, you track back faster. You might not have to defend in your zone at all. And then you got the juice. Go back on the offense.
Linus Karlsson, what have you seen about his development, not just this year, but I guess as your time with the organization, because you have had him for the last couple of years?
Yeah, I like he's a sponge. He's really progressed. You saw in the AHL, and he's not afraid to play in traffic and hold on to pucks. He's got some hands, as you see, in front of the net as well, and he's coachable. I mean, he can, he's probably, I don't want to jinx it, but he's probably going to get more and more and more as we go if he keeps, showing this stuff. Like, I don't see him not progressing because he's such a spongy. He learns, and he's heavy and big. And you know what I like is when you're heavy like that, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for your core to carry yourself, and you see his speed coming. And I think part of that is our rush drills. Part of it is our progression drills. We're trying to get these guys be triggered to jump out with quickness and speed, and it's just reps after reps after reps. And I think he's playing at a higher pace, which is helping his game as well.
And what's the message to guys like Reichel and Baines that are on the outside right now, but I mean, your team is proof that opportunity comes knocking pretty quickly at this level?
You just keep working. I mean, you saw Reichel had his best practice of the year today. I mean, he was going, he was humming, he was buzzing, right? And he just got to keep believing in himself and applying it and keep working every day. It's a process, and you just got to keep rolling.
For Reichel, what position do you think is he best suited for? He's played both the wing and the center ice.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can answer that right now, to be honest with you, because of the reps of both that I don't know. I've seen him, so I don't want to answer it right now. But if you had forced me to, I'd probably say wing right now. But he's a good skater, and he's got good hands. It's the close is defending more as a center, which we don't want our forwards to be stuck on a center's defending more, but it usually happens that way. It's going to be the first guy back in his zone is what we would like. But I'd say the defending part would probably be harder for him at this age, the strength, right? But as he gets older and gets stronger, the way he can skate and see the ice in his hands, maybe that'll change. So I don't want to pinpoint it right now, but I don't know if that answers anything there. But
Adam, one of the most common developmental arcs we see from NHL players is a guy with a lot of speed and a lot of skill who has to learn at the pro level to use that speed to be disruptive defensively.
Right.
We see that all the time. How do you sort of work with a player on unlocking sort of that part of their toolkit?
yeah, well, you just have to go over it. You have to do walkthroughs. You have to show them why, when your time and space is taken away, when you can use your speed on the defensive side. If they've got a bad change and we have numbers, let's press, right? So there's so many things that are involved. It's a good question. I mean, and then, for us, recognizing we're in a dead puck, a slow roller, and a breakout where we need numbers to get out, they're going to be in our face. Or if it's moving, let's go. Like, let's not slow it down. So, we're good on the forecheck. We're good in the O-zone right now. We're creating an offensive 5. We got really good numbers, especially the last 7 games, and it's showing. Goals for, chances for. Now, on the reloads, we're good. The F3, what I mean, leaving their zone, which our D's pinching before the reloads even ahead, where last year we probably wouldn't pinch unless we saw the F3 ahead of the player.
Right.
Now we know it's coming because D are told if it's a 2-on-1, it's the F3's fault, right? So now they're off the hook so they can go. The point is the reloads go into the neutral zone. Tracking, we could be better tracking, stripping than our D don't. If a forward flips backwards, our D's going to flip backwards. So that all comes into play with good defense. We if we're going to be smaller at the middle right now or young, probably there's a better word, or raw and young, which they're learning, we're going to want to make sure that we close with numbers quickly in the D zone and get it done fast. And if we're not going to turn pucks back in the D zone, which we shouldn't anyway if we're super healthy, right? We want to move forward, especially with our group. I love the way they're forechecking. I love the way they're humming and getting in there. So we got to keep teaching that. But going to a question with the speed, once he gets to use it all the time, like you're right, guys don't use it when they don't have the puck as much. It's the hardest thing to teach as a young guy. It's not just Reichs. It's most young guys. Unless you're superstar player, even those ones take a while before they get how to play without the puck.